Samsung recently launched its flagship Galaxy S23 series. I have loved using the smaller S23 as my daily driver for the past few weeks. The smaller S23 brings with it a few upgrades which make it the perfect compact flagship smartphone in a number of ways. From TechWiz, I'm George Kamau with the Samsung Galaxy S23 review. Let's take it and go. Samsung ships the phone in a relatively small box which includes Type-C to Type-C cable, SIM ejector pin and documentation. As mentioned above, this is a really compact phone, and like the bigger siblings in the lineup, the S23 comes with a more clean look in terms of design thanks to the flat display and floating camera design. It has a 6.1-inch dynamic AMOLED screen coming with a 1080p resolution slightly interrupted by the 12-megapixel punch-hole selfie camera. The screen is one of the brightest I've come across, peaking at 1750 nits just like its bigger siblings, meaning you'll have no problem using the phone when you're outdoors under direct sunlight. It also has a variable 40 to 120 Hz frame rate. The S23 nails it when it comes to consuming multimedia content. The screen supports HDR10+, which means you can heighten your viewing experience when binge watching shows with high contrast on Netflix or Amazon Prime Video. The stereo speaker setup is really good when it comes to listening to music or podcasts. It gets loud but without distortion, and you'll enjoy listening to your favorite songs even when you're in the shower. It's worth noting that the S23 has a rating of IP68, making it water resistant and dust proof. The S23 has a glass back and front protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2, which is an improvement over last year's Victus Plus. For added protection, you also have armor aluminum frames which Samsung says add a tougher drop and scratch resistance to the phone. We get the power button and the volume rockers to the right. At the top, we have the secondary microphone. At the bottom, we have the USB-C charging port, primary microphone, speaker grill and dual nano SIM card slot. There's no slot to expand storage with an external microSD card. At the back, we have the floating triple camera setup, which includes a 50-megapixel main, 10-megapixel 3x telephoto camera and 12-megapixel ultra-wide. For biometrics, we get the ultrasonic under-display fingerprint reader and face unlock. The lavender option is, at least according to me, more aesthetically pleasing, but you can pick yours in phantom black, cream, green, graphite and lime. Overall, this is a premium-looking phone that feels very solid on hand and exudes luxury. The Samsung Galaxy S23 comes loaded with Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. This version is unique as it's specifically for Samsung's flagships and is slightly faster than the regular Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 that runs other flagship Android smartphones. It also ships with 8GB RAM, and our unit is the 128GB version. You can increase the RAM up to 16GB with an additional 8GB of virtual RAM as well. The phone handles tasks very well, whether heavy, medium or light. The performance is sustained even during long gaming sessions when you're playing graphic-intense games at their maximum settings. You'll also enjoy switching between apps seamlessly with no lagging. The S23 performance remains unbowed. It even managed to outrank the S22 Plus from last year. The S23 comes with Android 13 and One UI 5.1 straight out of the box. One UI continues to be my favorite user interface as it's more seamless with neat customization features. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy S23 brings with it unrivaled performance. For the long term, Samsung promises 4 OS upgrades and 5 years of security updates. Samsung increased the battery capacity from 3700 mAh to 3900 mAh. Charging is maxed at 25W wired and 15W wireless. There's no charger included in the box, so you'll have to get one at the retail stores. When it comes to battery life, the S23 lasts even longer than its predecessor, and it was giving me a full day of comfortable use without having battery anxiety like the S22. This comes from having a relatively bigger battery and a more energy efficient processor and screen. On heavy use, I was getting around 6 hours of screen time from scrolling social media, gaming, browsing the web and binge watching Netflix. If your usage is light, you can pull 2 days with the phone effortlessly. The S23 cameras performed excellently during the day and in scenarios with challenging lighting situation. I loved playing around with portrait mode for selfies, and the natural bokeh from the main camera gave me shots that you'd think came from a DSLR camera. Overall, the photos and videos looked really good, perfect for sharing on social media. Yes, even when taking snaps of the drinks or food you are eating thanks to the dedicated food mode. Other modes include the Expert RAW, Slow Motion, and Single Take. Video is capped at 8K 24fps and 30fps, while selfie video is capped at 4K 60fps and 30fps with optical stabilization. There's a lot of flexibility when it comes to the S23 cameras, and you won't be disappointed by its shots, which make the phone my favorite camera smartphone of the year. Overall, I've loved the improvements Samsung has made with the smaller S23, which can now sit comfortably among its siblings and even outrank other rival flagships while at it. This S23 is definitely the one to get, especially if you're on the lookout for a compact premium phone. Its size makes it fit for 100 use, the design and display are excellent, the performance is unquestionable, and the cameras are sharp and battery life is really strong. The Samsung Galaxy S23 goes for 130K at Samsung's retail shops countrywide and online as well. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more of our content.